So one of the reasons why we do the hands-on, this experiential learning at the river is it helps to make the river and this environmental curriculum more relevant to the students' lives. A lot of these kids are driving over the river's bridges, but this might be the first time that they've actually come out to the lower San Lorenzo River. So that hands-on experience really helps them build that personal connection to this space. It really helps them take the concepts that we're learning about in the classroom and bring them into the real world.
California has announced the end of masking requirements in schools. Sort of. Masking for students and staff will continue to be strongly recommended after it is no longer required on March 11th. Well, basically every time health leadership comes out with a new change to COVID guidance, it's left us all with the same question. What does that mean? Hi, I'm Sam Rollins, Chief of Communications for Santa Cruz City Schools with your weekly news. And so we will continue to ask students to wear masks for each other's safety, but we will no longer be enforcing this as a rule. We will still have high efficacy masks available to those who need them. Every step in the journey through the unknown that is the COVID pandemic is a reminder to me that humans don't know. We see. This is what science is. It's not a machine that we build that goes beep and tells us exactly what is going on. It is time and attention and careful note-taking. It's seeing what happens. We don't know how gravity works. We see it work. We see heavier things pull light things toward them enough that we come to expect it. Now, we have people closely following the data, determining that we're ready for people who feel ready to be allowed to take their masks off. We're ready to see. We expect more guidance to come, then more. Maybe steps back before going forward again. We'll see. It's likely requirements will come back in the event of a surge. Maybe we're done with surges. We'll see. What stands out to me is that March 11th feels significant. That almost 2 years after schools had to close our doors, some of us will be taking our masks off. Not normal yet, but ever tiptoeing toward it. On that note, the county has announced 2 more free public vaccine clinics a week from Saturday and a week from that, 9 to 3 in the Cabrillo College parking lot for everyone over 5. Enrollment is closing in just a few days for our youngest ever fall class of students. Of course, anyone turning 5 by next February 2nd is eligible for TK, with our TK program naturally shifting back from being kindergarten light to a more developmentally appropriate and play-based introduction to school. We're so happy that California is giving this option to parents of 4-year-olds, but it won't be an option much longer. Enroll by March 8th, or the snooze button will automatically be hit for another year. sccs.net/enroll or link number 1. Our job fair is this weekend, and we have a lot more specifics now to offer in terms of who we're looking for. Health teachers, art teachers, math teachers, PE teachers, counselors, food service, paraeducators, that's in-class teacher support, social studies teachers, Spanish teachers, summer teaching positions across the board, administrators, safety supervisors, coaches, behavior technicians, and more. Wow, full-time, part-time, contract, good jobs, side jobs, temporary jobs, jobs. Come and interview us. See if you like the culture and service. There aren't many more instantly fulfilling and mountain-movingly important ways to serve your community than providing the support, the development, the emboldening, and the growth of children. Bring your resume, and we'll interview you too. Saturday, 9 a.m., Harbor High Multipurpose Room. More at link number 2. Finally, in other news, the Coastal Watershed Council has been awarded funding from the state's marijuana taxes to extend an after-school program with Santa Cruz City Schools for another 2 years. The Watershed Rangers program teaches students about ecology and biology with hands-on environmental stewardship. The Watershed Rangers are students from Galt and Bayview who are planting native plants and supporting the ecosystem of the San Lorenzo River. The program runs in-class lessons during the school day, but also takes after-school field trips like this one. where students split into teams based on the colored cards that they drew, and then they all got to name their teams themselves. So, for our feature today, let's learn a little bit more about what the Chicken Nuggets, the Wolf Pack, and the Purple Team were doing this week.
Yeah, this is the Watershed Rangers after school program that takes place at both Bayview and Galt Elementary. And we've been running the program since 2018. And the program is really designed to help kids learn about and explore the San Lorenzo River and ultimately take action to preserve and protect it.
These students have been spending the past 3 weeks at their after-school program on campus, learning a little bit about the San Lorenzo River, what is a watershed, what animals and plants live around this watershed, and how can we protect them. Students are pulling out non-native weeds. They're installing a type of rush, which is a riparian riverside edge plant, and probably for 80% of these students, this is a return trip. So they have planted plants here. I've heard from the students that they bring their family down here to check out the plants they've planted, and it's a point of pride for them. They protect the San Lorenzo River. More than that, it's about making sure that these students feel equipped and empowered to make a difference in whatever path they want to follow.
Thanks, and have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Friday.